G'day guys and gal! The Battle of Molech was one of the most intense and pivotal of the Horus Heresy, involving multiple traitor Primarchs, numerous Titans, a walking megavirus and a shitload of knights. But Molech wasn't even really on the way to terror, so why did Horus sacrifice so much and use so many warriors and weapons for a side quest planet? The answer is that Molech also had a cheeky little secret on it that when unlocked, allowed someone to become a borderline god, something that Horus wanted and the Emperor definitely didn't want Horus to have. Before we get started, the new year is a time to reflect and think about if you are happy where you are in life and how your life is going. The most important part of that reflection should be your health, aka your diet. If the answer isn't I'm 100% happy with my current diet, then I have a treat for you as I am once again partnering up with HelloFresh for this video. HelloFresh and me have been inseparable for years, even before they reached out to me. I've cooked hundreds of their meals and will never stop as they have fantastically macroed, healthy meals that are delicious and easy to cook. Guys, if you can cook, even if it's just a HelloFresh recipe, you will instantly become more attractive. The one girl viewer can verify this for me. So not only will you eat better quality, healthier and more delicious meals, but you also become sexier in the process. As another bonus, you get different meals each week so that you'll never get bored of it. You can even pick your own meals depending on your preferences, such as are you bulking or cutting? What's the catch? There isn't one. Especially by using my link and code POGMAJOR1 free, you'll get a free breakfast item in every single box. And if you don't like it, which I already know you will, then you can cancel at any time. Cheers to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Today we'll go over the Battle of Molech, detailing the key events, the crazy plot twists and turns, as well as the scale of the final epic battle, as well as how Horus actually won and what he gained as a result of winning. Let's get into it. Molech was a large and very rich knight world, those being worlds that produce and field large mecha knights, kind of like baby titans. However, they have significantly more mobility and versatility. As Molech was home to a shitload of dangerous animals, like stuff that really shouldn't exist and was most likely only there due to Molech having a dark secret that we will get into, the knights became the necessary defenders and rulers of the world, keeping its human population safe all through the Age of Strife. During the tail end of the Dark Age of technology, the time when mankind had gone all turbo fuck yeah mode, the Emperor gathered his perpetuals to him, who at the time still thought he was cool, and travelled to Molech on a starcraft. There they located a secret portal deep underground that led to the warp, but not like in a fuck you instant death burn in demonic fire kind of way, which is the usual result for when anyone walks into the warp, but more so a safe nexus in the warp, almost like a control room kind of vibe. The Emperor walked into the portal, and when he emerged, he looked visibly weary and aged, but he had gained obscene amounts of power and knowledge. It's not entirely clear what happened when he was in the portal, but Chaos claims that the Emperor made a bargain with the Chaos Gods to gain the tools necessary to create the Primarchs and rule the galaxy. Chaos claimed that the only reason why they have beef with the Emperor is because he broke their deal. However, what I think happened is that the Emperor used the portal control room to capture or entice various different minor warp gods, which he then combined with his knowledge of biomancy to create the Primarchs. Thus, each Primarch is a genetic marvel combined with a literal warp god, thus explaining their diversity, power, instability, as well as why Primarch clones pretty much always fail and end up pathetic, the clones lacking the warp god aspect. Chaos could claim that they were licked, as they could say that the minor warp gods were their property that the Emperor stole. Either way, the Emperor emerged and had the gate shut and hidden away, leaving one of his perpetuals, Aliva Soreka, to stay on Molech to guard it. Aliva could permanently seal the gate, however it would have required her life to be sacrificed. The Emperor did not want her to have to do that unless absolutely necessary. Fast forward a very long ass time, the Emperor is leading the Great Crusade alongside his Primarchs and eventually once again arrives at Molech. The Emperor was very cautious of the warp portal and he knew that Chaos was going to be salty as fuck for him taking power at Molech. So the Emperor brought the Dark Angels, Lunar Wolves, Emperor's Children and White Scars to Molech alongside their Primarchs. A fucking massive overkill army. Molech accepted compliance without too much drama, however due to the warp portal's influence, their current religion was actually Chaos, disguised as the Temple of the Serpent God. Purges were carried out and only a small handful of the cultists survived. The Great Knight House Divine was elevated as the rulers of Molech. The Emperor approached the warp portal again with his Primarchs to check on it, and it's not actually clear what happened next as the Emperor ended up mind-wiping the events of Molech from every Primarch that was present. However, there's a good chance that a Chaos force actually came through the portal, meaning that the Primarchs were exposed to demons early on, and potentially even the fact that they were minor warp gods. Knowledge that the Emperor deemed that they were not ready for, hence after they beat back the demons and resealed the gate, he took away their memories of Molech. The Emperor could also never again go through the portal as Chaos had basically taken control of the other side of it, and if he ever came to their domain again, they would destroy him. Molech existed as a powerhouse, a seat of imperial rule for centuries until the Horus Heresy. Horus didn't quite remember what happened on Molech, but he knew he had to go there. Chaos also wanted him there, as if he went through the portal, they could give him an insane power boost. A boost that would make his power rival the Emperor himself. Horus took Mortarion and Fulgrim with him, using almost the entire Death Guard and Sons of Horus legions. However, without the Emperor's children. He only needed Fulgrim specifically for a special gambit. Molech prepared to defend itself. It had numerous garrisoned space marines, a defense fleet, titans, and a fuckload of knights, not to mention around 60 million guardsmen. However, there was also some pretty bad shit happening behind the scenes. Cyprian Divine, the noble ruler of Molech, was killed by his ambitious and sadistic son Raven, who took command of Molech's defenses. Raven was a piece of work. He would fuck his sister, who used to be engaged to his brother, before his brother became disabled due to a bad night bonding experience as a result of sabotage from the Temple of the Serpent God, whilst his mum was a weird bitch. His ego was as big as my dick. However, despite all that, he was actually a pretty good leader and was loyal to the Imperium. During one of his early engagements, where Horus himself took the field, Raven charged forward and turbo blasted him with laser beams, a direct hit that should have killed Horus. Like Horus literally said, "What the fuck, I should be dead." However, a bunch of his demon-possessed marines all quickly surrounded him and absorbed the shot, saving their Primarch's life. The fighting was fierce, with quite a lot of Sons of Horus dying. However, with Molech's fleet being beaten in orbit, Horus won the first engagement. However, the armies of Molech weren't done, not even close. They still had their space marines, many knights, and an Imperator Titan. Both armies prepared for their final mega battle, whilst the perpetual Olivia began making her way to the Molech portal to try shut it down. However, it was taking her a while due to all the cities suffering orbital bombardment, as well as her trying to make sure her family got onto one of the refugee shuttles. I will admit, this battle did a good job of showing off Horus's tactical ability. He had a solution to each of the Imperium's main defenses. The Sons of Horus, their tanks, cultists, and Titan legions would attack from the front. The Imperium thought that their flank would be protected, as there was a massive impassable jungle full of big-ass beasts in it. However, Mortarion was able to summon a demon marine that was the living embodiment of the Life Eater virus. This demon marine was able to walk through the forest, with it melting around him due to the virus's effects. The Death Guard would then slowly approach from behind the demon. At a similar time, Horus had a plan for both the Knights and the Imperator. He had Fulgrim take on the role of the Serpent God and manifest itself to Raven Divine. With Raven being such an egomaniac asshole, you'd think that he would suckle on Slaaneish's many titties, but Raven was actually so up himself that he thought Chaos was cringe, so when Fulgrim appeared to him, he fucking turbo lasered Fulgrim's nipples off and then ran away. Raven's resistance actually could have been enough to save Molech, if it wasn't for his brother Albard. See, Albard eventually broke free of his disability and then proceeded to kill Raven, Raven's kids, Raven's mum, and Raven's fuck buddy slash sister, before then taking command of Molech. Albard was much more of a noble good man, but with his mind being so broken and full of spite and hate for those that had wronged him, Slaanesh was able to break him where it couldn't break Raven. Hence, during the final battle, as the Imperator was single-handedly holding the line, the Knights of House Divine fell to Slaanesh and experienced the hallucination that they were riding horses and that the Imperator was a dragon that needed slaying. They were then able to approach its rear, get under its shield, and then coordinate laser blasts to its core, causing it to overload and be destroyed. At a similar time, the Death Guard broke through the flank and attacked, whilst the Blood Angels defending Molech were faced by the Red Angel, who made them fall to the Black Rage and violently spend their lives ripping traitors to shreds. Eventually, it was literally only a handful of Ultramarines who were thinking about how to get off world to fight another day. The war was over, but the true prize was still contested. Olivia found the Ultramarines and was like, "Okay, you blue fucks, I need you here and now. Don't run away, don't sacrifice your lives trying to be heroes. Give me as much time as you can so I can shut this fucking warp gate." They complied, and Olivia then led them to it. She began the process of locking it down permanently as Horus and his men attacked. Each Ultramarine spent their lives as a hero, trying to buy precious seconds for Olivia. Some even charged Horus directly, never wavering in their duty. Olivia finally finished the lockdown sequence. All she needed to do was touch the portal, and then she got impaled through the back by the talon of Horus, the arch traitor looking at her curiously as she struggled on his claw. He then threw her to the ground and let her bleed out before entering the portal himself. We were able to get more of an idea of what happened here. Basically, Horus was put through many trials that lasted centuries or even millennia. He led demon armies and slaughtered his way to the top of the Chaos food chain. It was basically the Chaos Gods testing his absolute limits while him also gaining a shitload of experience. He was then given a massive power boost, turning him from a Primarch to a nascent god. Horus then left the portal and was shocked to see that all his sons of Horus were still waiting for him. For them, only seconds had passed, but for him it had been multiple lifetimes. After Molech, Horus became significantly less interested in his legions or even day-to-day stuff, allowing his forces to fall into disorder. He became very cold as well. He hadn't seen his warriors or brothers in potentially thousands of years, hence he felt super disconnected from them. Horus basically went from an interesting-ish villain to a one-dimensional bad guy because of Molech. Olivia would actually go on to survive her wounds due to being a perpetual and then got on the refugee shuttle to Terra alongside her family. She would then go on to give up her life to save Malkador, in turn saving the Imperium as Malkador was needed in the war ahead. Overall, a decisive Chaos victory, with Horus's supreme tactics and overwhelming force crushing the Loyalists there. He was also able to get the power boost, which is what actually allowed him to be a threat to the Emperor. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then give HelloFresh a shot. I love the brand and I get a massive commission for anyone that signs up for at least 1 week. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button for more war-like content. Join the Discord for more memes and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.